Hey there, welcome back to Manitic Stringworks. So today on the workbench I have this small acoustic guitar. I guess you could call it a parlor guitar. And it's pretty banged up. This was a roadside find. A friend of mine brought it over and said, "Here, think you can do something with it?" So I said, "Yeah, I think so." It's been sitting in the corner now, my workshop, for about 3-4 months. And I've been thinking about it, and to be honest, I do have an idea of what I want to do. I want you to leave me some ideas in the comments below, right? But I'll walk you through my idea. You let me know what you think, alright? Okay, so this is obviously a parlor guitar. It's a small, short scale. Pretty nice. It's a Oscar Schmidt by Washburn. It's pretty hard to see on the headstock there, but I think you can. And in the label, there's a nice label in there. Oscar Schmidt acoustic guitars. It was pretty nice looking. It's banged up for sure, and I'm not sure how much of the damage was from being left on the side of the road. And the back doesn't look too bad, actually. Very little, buckle rash or anything like that. Look at the end. Oh, we're missing the end pin though. That's easy enough to fix. It's got a nice little binding on it. Like a faux mother of pearl, that kind of thing. And around the sound hole too, the rosette. It's actually quite nice. Interesting shape here, like a mustache shape for the bridge. Again, not bad. Frets. Yeah, they could use some cleaning up. Now this is where the real problem is. Okay, so this headstock is obviously snapped off at some point, and it's been re-glued. Now, the glue job is pretty terrible. You can see they didn't even bother really to line it up properly, which they could have. I mean, that break looks pretty clean. And, there's an 1/8 of an inch sort of space at least. So I'm not sure why that didn't line up, or they didn't take a few extra seconds to line it up nicely. They could have. And looks like they've used like a construction adhesive, like stuff like we have PL Premium or something here in Canada, and it's really on there. And I'm like, I'm gonna try and break it apart. That's not coming apart. So I might have to leave that and then sort of sand everything flush, fill a little better, because it's pretty stable. Like, I've really tried, not just now, but before, really tried heaving on this to break it. It just won't come apart. And I'm afraid if I do try really hard to break it apart, it's not going to be clean, and trying to get all that glue out be next to impossible. This is not a break, it's just some sort of tape residue. Anyways, it's too bad that they didn't take the time, because it could have lined up so nicely and looked a lot better. But it is what it is, so I think I'll have to work with it. So what do I want to do with it? Again, you tell me what you would do with it, and not just throw it back in the garbage, right? So when I saw this guitar, immediately it came to mind that I had a project that I sort of put on hold, and maybe was considering how I was going to do it, but I saw this and I said, hold on a second, maybe I can use this for something. So right away I measured the scale length, and we're right around 22 and not quite 22 7/8. And I really wanted to make an Octave Mandolin, and I'll put it up on the screen here. The company that inspired me is Northfield Instruments. They make beautiful mandolins, and they have a flat top Octave mandolin that's just gorgeous, and I've been thinking about that for a couple of years, and I thought, you know what, maybe I can convert this. The scale length's a little longer than the Northfield instrument. The Northfield's 22 inches, this is 22 and 7/8. You know, the neck width is just a little bit, it's actually surprisingly not that much wider. And the body size, though, is about the same. This guitar is a little thicker than the mandolin from Northfield, but still, that's fine. It'll resonate a little better, maybe. So I'm thinking I want to make an octave mandolin. I have to fix that headstock, obviously, pretty it up, probably put some overlay veneer. So anyways, what do you think? I'm going to get started on this project probably in the next week or so. Order up some parts, some new tuners, and you know, I'm going to have to re-drill things, plug and re-drill the bridge, you know, for 8 strings, new nut, the top obviously, and reposition. I'm going to get new tuners, so I'll get mandolin tuners, 4 and 4. And we'll go from there. So I hope you think that's cool. Let me know in the comments below what you think. And we'll see you in the next video. Take care.